Hi, my name is Glenn Beatty, National Master, and all my students should know me by now from the Zoom classes prior. This is Zoom class number 4. We are doing 10 weeks of beginners lessons, and this is the 4th week. And the 4th week we went over opening principles and the tactical motif, Anastasia Mate. So I am going to review that here, and it is very important as far as your opening principles that what you want to do is you want to get your pieces developed as soon as possible, okay? It's king safety first. So therefore, you have to get your pieces developed to castle your king early. We want our king castle by move 5 or 6 at the latest. Do not keep your king in the center. Bring all your pieces forward. Now, let's take a look at this, how to bring the pieces out, okay? E4, okay, and and then D4. Let's do a null move where black doesn't move. D5. D4. Okay, now, let's do another null move. Black doesn't move. I just want to get white idea out. Okay, now notice this pawn is controlling this square. This pawn is controlling this square. Okay, and these squares, this is called the center of the board. This is what white or black is trying to control at the beginning of the game. Okay, and I am going to do another null move so that white can play again. Okay, and now notice that the knights are where? The knights are in the center of the board. They are not over here. They are not over here, okay? Or this is called the edge of the board. We have a knight in the center. Now, let's do another null move. Get black, white, another move. Okay, now we develop our bishop to put pressure on this diagonal. Okay, now we know that F7 is the weakest square in the beginning of the game. F7 and F2. These are the weakest squares. Why? Because it's just defended by the king. That's what makes it weak. This square is only defended by the king, and also it is right next to the king. So it is a very dangerous square. Okay, now let's give another null move so we can we see how to develop our game. Okay, now the bishop move. Okay, the bishop moved to a good square. The bishop is out. Now the bishop is attacking C7, and the bishop is developed. Excuse me. Okay, now we castle. Okay, next, now our king is safe. Okay, our king is safe because we got the knight defending the king, plus we have the bishop defending king. No king side squares. And this knight is doing a great job defending a lot of squares around the king, and plus he's attacking. Okay, so this knight is really doing his job. Okay, this knight is doing a lot in this position. Okay, now the next move, the queen travels up. Okay, you have to connect these two rooks. You see these two rooks? You have to connect them. These rooks have to be connected. Okay, and this is called connecting your rooks. That is what it's called. This is called connecting your rooks. Okay, you don't see anything else on this first rank beside the rooks. Okay, I'm gonna give another null move, and let's see how this rook goes in the center. That's where your rook goes, and this rook go in the center. Now, this is what you're aiming for. All white pieces are developed, okay? And our king is safe. Our king is safe. And our rooks are putting pressure on the center. Our rooks are putting pressure on the center. Our bishops are putting pressure in his position. Our bishops are out. Our knight is putting pressure on center squares. And our queen is developed off the first rank. Okay, so this is the standard opening position. Okay, now what I would like to go on to is Anastasia's mate at this point. Let me find Anastasia's mate. Okay, now this is Anastasia's mate. It is usually a mate with a knight, a queen, and a rook, or a rook and a knight, or a queen and a knight. Okay, the first idea, okay, check. Now the king is forced here. Now, can you find mate in two? If you are looking for it, pause the video for about 2 minutes or so and then come back and you'll see the answer. Okay? Queen check. Excuse me. King takes queen is forced. And where's checkmate in one? Pause the video if you need to. Okay, checkmate in one is rook. Checkmate. The king cannot travel here because he'll be in check with the knight. King can't travel here. He'll be in check with the knight. And of course, if the king travels here, we have our crook or our rook taking the king out. Okay, so that is one Anastasia's mate. Let's look at the next one. Okay, we are back. This is another Anastasia's mate. It is white to move and win. Can you figure out the win for white? Okay, pause the video if you need to. And I'm about to show the answer, so I'll give you time to pause. And it is queen takes check. King takes, and rook slams over there, checkmating the king. Now, notice that Anastasia's mate, this knight is on e7, usually because we are checking the king here. Okay, and the knight controlled these squares. You see the knight controlled g8 and g6, while a queen or a rook come over to the h file and deliver the deadly blow of checkmate. Okay, let's look at another Anastasia's mate so that we can get a good idea what's going on. This is another Anastasia's mate. Okay, see if you can figure it out. Now, remember, a check is a forcing move, okay? So always try, when you are attacking, what you want to do is look for checks. Okay, because a check he have to respond to. He can't do anything he want to do. He have to answer a check. Okay, so always look for checks when you are attacking. And let me just say this. White is attacking with 1, 2, 3 pieces. Okay, so that is another thing that you want to know. How many pieces you are attacking with. The more pieces you are attacking with, of course, the better. Okay? Don't try to attack with 1 or 2 pieces. You need to bring your army into your opponent's territory to attack, basically. You can't attack with 1 and 2 pieces because it is too easy to defend. So the first move, okay, Anastasia's check. And we notice the king is in danger. He's in check. We're threatening to take the king. Okay, now you cannot take this knight, right? You have nothing to capture the knight. So your king is forced. And now where's checkmate in 2? What is a check? Remember that. A check is a forcing move. Check. King is forced to grab. But unfortunately for him, our queens enter into the game with a deadly checkmate. The king cannot go there. Of course, the queen. The king cannot go there because my little horsey. The king cannot go there because the queen will pounce on him. Let me put it, that arrow's better, right? Okay, so that is checkmate. Let's look at our next example of Anastasia's mate. Okay, and this time it is black to move. Let me flip the board. Y'all want me to flip the board? I'll flip the board for you. Is it better like this? Okay. Yeah, but basically you have to learn to look at it from either side. You can't, you have to see the positions from black side or white side, because you're playing a game, you are looking at the position basically from both sides, not just from the side that is facing you or your army. You are looking at it from his side and your side. So you have to get used to that. Okay, so it is black to move and Anastasia's mate. Do you see it? Pause the video for about 2 minutes and see if you can find it. Okay, is this queen sacrifice? Check. You must answer. Okay, now where's the checkmate in one? Come on. You can't let them escape. You got checkmate, because once again, king can't play there. Of course, a knight. King cannot play there, because once again, we have our knight. And he can't play up. Of course, we have our rook. He can't play back. Once again, of course, our crook is controlling the H file. And the game is over. Okay, let's look at another Anastasia's mate. Now, this one I want you to solve on your own, okay? Try to solve it on your own. Remember the key to it. The knight controls G8, and he controls the G6 square. That's the key. And we need a rook on the H file. Okay, a rook or a queen on the H file. That's the key. Let's look at it. Let's load another game. Okay, and this is Anastasia's mate. I'm glad it is black's turn, because if it was white turn, white would have the deadly checkmate. Of course, the rook backs up the queen, right? This is called battery, by the way. This is a battery. It's called a battery. That is a tactical motif in chess, and it's called a battery. Batteries are very strong. But we are looking at Anastasia's mate, and it's black to move, fortunately. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute or two. I'll give you a minute. Oh, no, try to solve it in at least 2 minutes, okay? You should be able to solve this in 2 minutes. First of all, you want to make a forcing move. Remember, what is a forcing move? Check. I'm glad everybody said it at one time. Check. King forced to go here, and we slam down and sacrifice our queen. Check. Once again, he forced to take. Now, where's checkmate in one? Where's checkmate in one? Checkmate. The knight controls this square, and G1, G3, G1, and the rook control the H file. That's an A file. That's an H file, sorry. That's an H file. Okay, the rook control the H file. So that is checkmate. Okay? I think we have a couple more Anastasia's mate we need to look at. Let's load the next game. Okay, this one is kind of difficult. This one is kind of sneaky, okay. The pattern is the same. It is a little different though. No, it is a little different, but it had the same concept. Okay, it is Anastasia's Mate, and give yourself about 3 to 5 minutes to try to find it. Always when you're doing puzzles, okay, try to solve it. Put some work into it before you look at the answers, because then it'll stay with you. Because the work that you did isn't in vain. Even if you don't get that answer correct, that work you did, that 5 to 3 minutes work that you put into the puzzle is not in vain. It will help you in the future, okay? So put some work into it. If you don't find the answer, that isn't a big deal, because the answer is for you, okay? I have the answer for you. And then when you see that puzzle again, or if you see it in a game, and listen, believe me, you will see it in a game. It's just how chess works. I've been playing chess for a very long time, and you will see it in the game, okay? You will see these concepts in your game. So try to understand them, try to master them, okay? So pause the video. Okay, let me give you the answer. Check. Now, we did that because we forced the king onto this deadly diagonal. Okay? King takes. This is called a discovered check. That's a discovered check. Okay? Now, what are you going to do? If you play here, he said, get over here. Check. A nice sacrifice. You force to take, and then checkmate. Basically, you're not forced to take. You can play here. You can take your medicine however you want it. You still want to get it. Checkmate. Or after this check, you could block my check, but then you run into checkmate. Anastasia's Mate. Of course, you can't play here because of knight. You can't play here because of knight. And you can't stay on this. Can't stay anywhere here because we have our rook controlling. We have a rook controlling the first rank, I should say. Okay, the first rank. So that's checkmate, okay? Nice little puzzle, right? I think we have, let's see if we have any more. I'm not sure if we have any more Anastasia's Mate. Yes, we do. We have another one. Let's look at this one. Now, same idea. The knight is just controlling different squares, okay? But this is Anastasia's Mate. Let me see if you can find it. Pause the video. Give yourself 2 to 3 minutes. Don't take too long on it, okay? Okay, pause. Check. Force. And bang. Checkmate. Checkmate. King can't play here. King cannot go up because we have the knight, and it just game over. He can pack up the chess set and play another game. Let's see if we have any more Anastasia's Mate. We got another one. Okay, so this is a checkmate in one. And it is black to move. Pause the video, checkmate in one. Checkmate. King is in check. And he can't play here because we have our knight. So that's checkmate. And he can't block check, unfortunately for him. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this one is cute. This is a cute little checkmate. Pause the video. This is still Anastasia's mate. Pause the video and give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to see if you can find a checkmate in 2 in this position. And it is black to move, okay? So, okay, I'm going to show you now. Check. King is forced to take. King can't go there. Of course, the rook. You got to take, and then the rook slams down on the E1 square. Checkmate. Of course, once again, the knight is controlling. The knight is controlling these critical squares. Okay? Knight is controlling these critical squares, and the rook is checking the king, and you cannot block check, or you cannot take the rook. Therefore, game is over. Checkmate. That might have been the last one. I'll check. Okay, that was the last one. We are back to this is opening principles. Okay, so you guys, I hope to see you on our 5th week of our Zoom beginners chess lessons, and have a great day. Powerful chess. Goodbye. Take care. Bye-bye.